Did you know they can put stitches in the eyeball?
No.
Yeah, they lay it on the table.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No, I mean, yes, I did, yeah.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, but thinking about it, it's strange.
I know, it's hard to believe it.
Yeah.
They can put stitches on the eyeball. That's crazy, huh?
It is.
It's amazing the gift God has given us,
Yeah.
but sometimes we misuse it. You can come up front. The seats are for the latecomers in the back. Don't force them. They don't want to come. They're rebelling. Oh, you're getting coffee. Oh, okay. Nice. How's your wife?
Good.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I guess.
Good, I guess.
Yeah.
Things are better?
They are. Yeah.
Are you getting better?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I feel like I'm working more on myself than she is, though.
You feel that way?
I just leave it alone. I feel like I'm working on myself more than she is.
Really? Why do you even pay attention to her working on herself?
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Almost where?
100% not gonna make it.
But why have you been paying attention to somebody else?
I've been falling for it, I guess.
And why? You still didn't tell me why.
Just kind of lose myself once in a while, and
What?
in my head, I lose myself, and I,
Oh.
you know, the thoughts and.
Isn't it his job to point the way for his wife, though?
Exactly.
Yeah, but he can't just keep an eye on her. You know, he's supposed to, if she's overreacting or she's angry or something, yeah, hey, calm down. But he can't just keep an eye on her to make sure she's working on herself, because he will have to take his eyes off himself if he does it that much. You know what I mean? That makes sense? Where's that lady? She wasn't here Thursday night.
Yeah.
Is she still in town?
Yeah.
She didn't like the meeting?
She did. She didn't like me.
Oh, she didn't like you?
No.
She did not?
No.
Oh.
She wants me to cater to her ego, and I'm unwilling to do that.
Oh.
Good for you.
Well, you're never going to get a woman.
I know. So true.
If you're not willing to cater to them, you're not going to get one.
We were out last night, and I wouldn't buy her, and there's some guy came up with flowers. I wouldn't buy her flowers. She freaked out.
Really?
Yeah.
Those guys that come up with the
Yeah.
The Mexicans?
Yeah.
Oh, the Mexican?
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm not buying you flowers.
Nice.
I'll buy it when I want to buy you. You know, she was demanding it. I said, no, $10 a rose. It's not even about the money. It's not about the money.
Right.
And then she freaked out. That was the end of the date.
That was the end? Oh, you threw her out of the car?
No, she take me home. I said, okay, I'll take you home.
Why you threw her out of the car? No, I'm playing. I'm joking. Do your man have to cater to you? Nice.
30 seconds, Jesse.
Okay. Good morning. Welcome to Fellowship. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you all so much for being with me. I do appreciate it. You can get involved by going to our YouTube chat line, and Hank will pass it on to me, your questions or comment. All right? And Happy Men's History Month. August will always be Men's History Month. Amazing. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
How's everyone? Nice. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Any first-time visitors? Nice. Tell me your name and how did you find us?
In the microphone? This is her. I'm here with her.
This is Chelsea. I'm Alana, and I watch you in the morning. So I
Right.
drug her with me.
Nice.
Poor thing. She's
Welcome.
like, what is going on? Yeah.
You really don't. No. Okay, well, welcome. Any questions about anything so far?
Not yet.
Nice.
Nope.
Is this your first time? Yeah. Right here. What's your name and how did you hear about us?
My name's Mark. I found you from Get a Job.
Oh, nice. Your job is amazing.
Great compilations.
Nice. Are you a member of the Skinhead or the
No.
Mexican Mafia? No.
Okay, I'm half and half.
Nice. Any question about anything?
Lately, when I'm working on myself, I realize like I have an obligation to help my mom. Like I identify with that, and it's hard to let it go.
How old are you?
23.
23. And you have an obligation how to help her?
Because when I think about the scenario where I leave, I think she would struggle a lot. Because my little brother, he doesn't have a job. He's 18, but because of the disability he has, it's gonna be harder for him to get a job. So I guess I have fear of just getting a roommate situation or living on my own. No, I can't live on my own, but a roommate situation or something. I'm afraid of doing that right now. I want to wait to do that until my brother has a job, and I want my job. I don't know if my little brother's gonna move out eventually, but yeah,
Right.
it's a fear that I've been having lately.
Where's your mother's husband?
She divorced him like 5 years ago.
Oh, I see. Does she know you feel this way? Like you're obligated to help her?
Yeah, I told her that before.
You say, I feel obligated?
To help the family.
And what she say?
She said she's grateful for it.
Really?
Yeah.
She didn't tell you that you were not obligated at all?
She suggested for me to find a roommate situation, but I still have that fear, and I identify with that fear, so I still want to help her out.
Really? And your question is what?
Is the fear that I have the false self that you talk about?
100%. You're not obligated to her, period. You're not her husband. You're not her keeper. You're not her brother's keeper. Your mother was responsible for her own life growing up, and she should have prepared her own life. So when the kids are gone, she could continue to have an amazing life, whatever, right? But, so you're not obligated at all. That's a false guilt and is evil. And she will use that. She'll use that false you to make you take care of her. And wherever you move, she'll move there, or she'll call you every day to make sure you stay in contact with her evil. You're not obligated at all. When you go out and get your job, your own place, and start living your life, if you want to do something, that's nice, but not out of guilt at all. Never, ever, ever do anything out of guilt for anyone. It's not love, it's hate. What?
I agree with that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so let that feeling go. Don't hold on to that feeling. Because it's a not you feeling, it's evil. Are you doing the silent prayer?
Inconsistently.
And why not?
In the morning, it's easier for me to do in the morning, but at nighttime, I make excuses for it.
Right.
And I fall into thoughts of lust during the nighttime for some reason.
Of what?
And then instead of doing the silent
lust?
prayer, yes,
At night?
yes.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Well, the devil is really busy at night on human beings because when you go to bed, you go unconscious. You really go unconscious while you sleep. That's why you have nightmares and dreams, and you don't really rest like a baby because the devil is working on you. But I highly recommend you start doing the silent prayer day and night, and then during the day, be aware. And at night, before you go to bed, be aware, do the prayer, and be aware of yourself getting into bed, turn it over, however you want to sleep. Be aware of the room around you, and fall asleep in awareness, and you will have perfect sleep.
I remember like during the day you would talk about be aware of opening a door, be aware of getting out of your car.
You want to
small
practice
things like that.
Yes. You want to practice, always practice to be present, because what's wrong with human beings, and all human beings are evil until they start to overcome it, they're evil to the core, is that they don't see. They're walking in the darkness. And they're blind by anger and emotions and stuff like that, and that's evil. Anyone that has anger is evil. So you got to practice being aware so you can start to see the anger, the loneliness, the violence, the whatever's in you, right? If you can see it, it will be taken away. So practice going through doors, be aware of yourself sitting in that chair, rather than thinking about lunch or what's going to happen when you leave. Don't let your mind be somewhere else while you're here. So practice those little things. Did you forgive your mother?
Yeah, I forgive my mom and my dad.
You told them?
Yes.
Okay. Well, your mother and your father are not your responsibility at all. Because you didn't make a deal up in heaven, okay, y'all get there, y'all make me and I'll come down and take care of you. Did you sign a contract like that while you were in heaven before they made you? Before
No.
they created you?
No.
So you don't have a deal, right? Yeah. So don't let the guilt go,
Okay.
all right? Anything else?
No, I appreciate it.
All right. Amazing. Is this your first time? And what's your name?
You talk.
Your name is Utah? You say your name is
It's
Utah?
Angelica.
What?
Angelica.
Ooh, like an angel. Welcome. How did you find us?
My boyfriend.
Does he have a name?
Gary.
Hey, Gary. Do you, and this year, have you heard any of the shows or anything?
Yeah, I've through him, yes.
Oh, okay. Any
Yeah.
questions about anything?
Not right now, no.
Okay, well, welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome, man.
How's it going?
And how did you find, what's your name again?
Gary.
How did you find us?
I've been watching you on YouTube for like 5 or 6 years. And
Nice.
we're from Pennsylvania. We were doing a Route 66 road trip across America. I didn't want to come to California, but I figured if we were this close, it'd be a cool way to finish
Right
it
on.
off, coming to see you.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Any questions about anything?
Not at the moment, no.
Yeah. Did you
I
forgive?
will have some probably,
Right.
but not at
Did
the
you
moment.
forgive your mother? I'm sorry?
Yes.
No, how did it go?
Good.
Yeah.
It was, the reason I like your stuff so much is because when I found God, or however you want to explain that or say that, a lot of that stuff was revealed. I was a little hippie. I hated authority. I hated America. I hated even like Trump, all that stuff. I thought it was all just whatever. And then I had like my dad and people telling me like, oh, you know, there is no other country to go to. There's nowhere else if you don't like it. Leave all that stuff. And then when I truly opened my heart to God, like it was like overnight. It was like a 180. And
Right on.
everyone that was peace, love, and all the hippie friends, they all hated me. They all started attacking me. Everyone that was so loving, you know. And then as I found your stuff and a couple other few solid pastors that you can actually find in the world, and I just resonated with it because I knew it was true because I experienced things myself. Even the forgiving
Right.
your parents, like people can say that gets repetitive and stuff because it's like you ask everybody that. But
Yeah.
I don't think individually they understand what that actually means.
The
you know?
most misunderstood thing about human nature is forgiveness.
Yeah.
People don't, even though they talk about it in the Bible, go and forgive so that God will forgive you. If you don't forgive, you won't. Raymond, move over one seat so she can see. Thank you. Now you're sitting in front of the other lady. Come this route. I bet you were thinking all these seats in the building. He picked. She said that? Right. Like all the seats in the building, he went into the one seat right in front of her and bypassed 8 along the way. Empty seat. But anyway, I'm sorry. I forgot. Anyway.
Talking forgiveness.
Yeah. Oh, human beings don't know that you're not going to enter into freedom. You're not going to enter love. You're not going to enter the light until you forgive. And you must forgive your mother and your father. Most people don't forgive their mother and they stay in darkness. And it's hard for them to realize they resent their mother because mama is God. Mama can do no wrong. Not mama, and mama is hell to pay.
Yep.
She screwed up. All the kids are screwed up because of mama.
No, but everything you say is exactly my childhood. You know, mom trying to turn you against dad. My
Yeah.
dad he has such a good heart, but he
Speak right into the mic for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
he had such a big heart. He allowed my mom to kind of conquer the family, and
That
sway
wasn't
us
a
all.
big heart. That was weakness.
Yeah,
He was afraid of mama.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What did he say when you went and forgave him, your father?
I didn't do it physically. I think we've had conversations about it. Like I've told him, because I resented it a little bit, the fact that he couldn't teach me how to stand up for myself, build
Right.
a life for myself, work on things, build things. But
Yeah.
it's weakness, but he also is a very good-hearted guy. Like, I'm blessed to have a dad that does care about me. And it's life beat him down, you know what I mean, in certain ways, but we have a much better relationship now
Nice.
because we have God and just politics and just the world in general. We lived in the same house, but we were like enemies. We would just be yelling at each other about stuff and convince yourself that you're hearing things or things are working and things like that. And it just seems like the desire of humans is to fix it yourself, figure it out yourself, get to the bottom of it yourself.
Do you
And
believe
really-
you can fix it yourself?
No.
No.
At times, I think there's that thing that's like, you can, because you see quicker results when you try to fix things yourself sometimes. But then in other times, you don't see nothing, you know?
Amazing. Well, one thing I would tell you, for sure, and without, you can't fix it.
Yeah.
You can't fix yourself, and you can't fix someone else. There's not one human being that can fix themselves at all. It's impossible. You couldn't if you tried 24 hours a day, it wouldn't work, because it's spiritual. And it's a battle between good and evil. And there's nothing we can do about it but see it. That's why you got to be conscious so you can see what's going on, and it will fix itself. Amazing. Well, good. Any other question?
Okay, yeah. About my hometown, friends and all that. Like I came out of, it's called Johnstown, Pennsylvania. It's a real small town. It's ridden with like poverty, drugs, things like that. Crime.
Jonestown?
Johnstown.
Oh, John.
Yeah, not Jonestown. No. But friends, you know, you want to try to save them. You want to try to keep them there. You see the good in them, but they just drag you down, you know? Like, where do you see you draw the line between going off, building your own life? Because I can see how that's held me back in years, you know?
Right. Number one, there's no such thing as friend.
Okay.
It's a made-up word. And the moment you say, this is my friend, we are friends, you got a false sense of obligation now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
You got to try to make it work. You got to say and do things you don't want to. Stop calling anyone a friend. If you want to hang out with someone, go hang out, have a beer or two, and go home.
No beers.
But no friend. You don't have to have a beer, but a joint.
No more, no.
No, I'm playing. But no such thing as friend. It's the same thing that husband and wife do to one another. As soon as they get married, they say, this is my husband, this is my wife. And now they have a sense of obligation to one another, and all they ever do is fight. Because they're trying to get something from each other, they don't have to give. But if they never put that title on it, you could say, this is my husband, my wife, we want to communicate consciously, right?
Yeah.
But the moment you put that title on it, the war starts. But if you never put the title on it, you will have a marriage that will last until death do you part. And it's like when you put the title on your girlfriend and she said, yeah, you're my boyfriend, right? The battle started. You notice that? All of a sudden, it's ownership. Where you been? You didn't call. You wouldn't blah, blah, blah. And with your friends, you can't help them.
Yeah.
Let them suffer and die. Because most people love their hell, they love their misery, and you don't have a right to even think that you can save them. That's in the mind, that's not true. You can't save them, let them go. You just work on, you're responsible for you and no one else.
So when the Bible says, like, you are your brother's keeper, kind of how you were saying to him, is that only...
But it says that I'm not my brother's keeper. Or are you my brother's keeper, something like that. It doesn't say that you are.
Okay.
And you're not your brother's keeper.
Okay.
So the devil wants you to think that you can help other people, and you can't. The more you try to help them, the worse you make them. And I know people that are trying to help people. Oh, I just feel so sorry for them. I feel so bad for them.
Yep.
That's all ego. That's why you're feeling bad for them. You think you're God, and you think you're better than them, and you think you have all the answers. It's all lies. You can't help anyone. You can't help your mother, your father, your brother, your sisters, your adult kids. You're only responsible for your little kids, but you can't help no one. Have you noticed that God leave people in their hell? He let them suffer.
Oh, yeah.
They be crying out to him too, like, oh God, please save me. Help my mama, help my daddy.
Yeah,
oh
that's what it
Lord,
is.
have mercy. And he like, what the? He's like, what are you doing, right? And he realized that you're praying to the devil, not to him. Anyone that cry and beg when they pray, they're praying to the devil. They're worshiping the devil. And that's why the prayers are never answered.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? So stop trying to help them. You can't teach them. You got to become the light. You become the example. And those who are looking for the truth will see something in you, and they will want to know, hey, how are you able to do this or that? And then you'll be able to tell them. Those are the ones that you'll be able to help, those who ask for it.
Yeah.
Not those that you volunteer and try to help. That make sense?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So stop trying to help anyone. You can't help anyone. Anything else?
I got a million things, but I'm not gonna have a one-on-one the whole time. I want everybody else to have.
One more.
Okay.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of things I think, like even when my dad, he likes your show and stuff. We bonded on that too, you know what I mean? But there's things like that Christians believe is in the Bible and things, and then where they are off put by, like, I guess what you say is a lot of the stuff that Christians do believe in, like Jesus is God, different things like that, those bigger things. A lot of the stuff, if you do go, like, you'll be like, okay, that's not in the Bible. And then when you go and look at it, there may be things that indirectly could be perceived as that, but there is a lot of stuff that Christians do believe is in there.
Right.
The hooping and hollering and stuff, you know? And then when it comes down to it, it's like, well, what do you say to people like that? Obviously, you just tell them, go read it for themselves, you know thyself and all that, but, like, I think the biggest thing is the Jesus is God type thing, because you're the only pastor, whatever, that I've ever heard say that. And I, internally, like, I can understand what you're trying to say, but other people, they just see it right on they shut it down immediately, like, absolutely not.
And what do I say to them?
Yeah.
I say to them, suffer and die.
Yeah.
You can't make people see the truth. Either want to see it or they don't. And they only saying that Jesus is God because somebody else said it. Somebody said that when the Bible said in the beginning there was the Word was God, God was the Word was God, God is the Word. That means Jesus is God. And they heard someone say that, they read it and they believe it. And once you believe a lie, you cannot believe the truth.
Yeah, because I notice people use that as their excuse to stay, like you say, in their hell.
Yeah.
Because they say that's an unreachable example because you can't be God. You know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
they'll make excuses for why they can't better
So
themselves.
just let people suffer. Really.
That's easy. Yeah.
Let them suffer. God let them suffer. He's not going to, if you're okay, the way has been made. If you don't want to take it, suffer. And most human beings love their misery. They love their pain. They love to cry. They love to get angry. They love to beg. They love to be lonely. They love anger. They love blaming. They love their hell. They're one with the devil.
I see that. Yeah.
And so you should stay out of their way because they'll draw you in there if you're not aware.
Cool.
So lead people to hell.
So we make life more complicated for ourselves.
100%.
Makes sense.
And an angry person will destroy you because an angry person is a desperate person. And a desperate person will destroy you. They don't feel anything for anyone but themselves. Only for themselves. Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. Yep.
So just work on you.
Cool.
All right, you are your world. And I highly recommend you start doing the silent prayer because you want to become present. You want to become conscious instead of living in your imagination.
True.
You don't want to think about yesterday and tomorrow. It doesn't exist.
Appreciate you.
All right. Amazing. Anybody else first timers? This is your first time? Right here. What's your name and how did you hear about us?
My name's Dominic, and I heard about us from Frida.
Right on. Yeah. Welcome. Any question about anything?
No, I've been enjoying what I'm hearing so far.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, man.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Anybody a first timer? No? I knew you looked like a first timer. What's your name and how did you hear about us?
Jacqueline from Manny.
From where?
Jacqueline?
What?
Jacqueline?
Oh, Jacqueline?
Yeah.
And how'd you hear about us?
From Manny.
Oh, right on. Welcome.
Thank you.
Any question about anything?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome. If you have any questions, let me know, all right?
Thank you.
Okay. Did I see your hand in the back? No? Okay. Any questions, comments? Anybody have a life this week? 2 people had a life. Yes, Raymond.
Well, I just like to say that when I pray silently, I'm aware of the mountain of growing mountain of anger within me. At times, I feel like screaming.
Yeah.
And in a way, I'm grateful that I'm facing this by myself because I do not want anyone else to suffer.
You don't want them to suffer due to your misery?
Yes.
Right on. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to update John. My brother was really impacted when he came here on August 4th.
Right on.
And my brother visited me from 9 days from Canada, Vancouver, and all 9 days we fought. I mean, every single day we fought. So he was very impressed with you on that, and he was like, the main thing he got of it was anger, loneliness, forgiving your mom, forgiving your dad, and victimhood and misery, which is what I got out of it too. And then, so of course it's Sunday service. I had to go to work that night, so everything's fine. On Monday, my brother's like, I got this fancy vacuum cleaner here that we got. You know, I want to show you exactly how it works, whatever.
Make a long story short.
Yeah, my eyes rolled over, and
you roll your eyes when he wanted to show you?
Yeah, because I didn't understand these parts, right? So here's a surprising thing.
Did you feel like your mother when you roll your eyes?
I don't know what I felt, but what happened is
men don't normally roll their eyes.
Okay, I don't know. Anyway, he told me, you know, this part, this is how you take it apart, and I couldn't figure it out, you know, and he's very technical engineering kind of mentality. So he blew up, and he attacked me, violently attacked me. He started choking me. He started choking me.
Nice.
He started choking me, and I'm going.
And did you scream?
No, I didn't scream, but I go, what the hell? Excuse me, what the heck, right? And at that time, because he was so impressed with you, and I was so impressed with what happened that Sunday, I says, well, look, I don't think Jesse would approve of your anger. Right? Right? And then he started saying something. He goes, well, then I don't think Jesse would approve of your victimhood. And then and then I goes, okay, then Jesse like this. But anyway, I'm just letting you know that it got very violent.
Right. Well, next time you say, I don't think Jesus would approve of your anger. All right?
Yeah, okay.
Are you getting better?
I'm getting better. That was a turning point in our relationship.
You're getting better in what way?
Dropping the victimhood.
Nice.
Dropping the victimhood. I snapped my fingers like you did.
Right on.
And things have been going better. I mean, I'm having a few health issues right now.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it.
Okay, that's fine.
Not your health issues.
No.
Well, that's good. Stay with it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right? Amazing. So, yes, sir.
Over the past week, I heard this woman talk about her life, and she spoke about it, and she seemed like she was as normal as anybody else, but she was raised in the Church of Satan, and she talked about her life, and she said that the most dangerous people in the world that wanted to kill her were Christians, and so she talked about
are the most dangerous, hateful, judgmental, insecure, evil people on earth. They judge everybody and they do it just like that. They have no love. Oh, but they know the word. They can quote the Bible, but they have no love for anyone. For their own children, they have no love. And so she's right about that.
Yeah, so the woman would talk about it, and her upbringing, her father was like the grand poobah, whatever you call him, but basically he was just kind of like a carnival barker, like P.T. Barnum, you know. Anyways, she talked about her life, and her life was no different than every Christian that I've ever met.
Yeah.
Except and another thing that
Make a long story short about that.
she was able to come out of it is because she was always working on herself. She says, I've been working on myself. And then she discovered that this kind of thinking was a lie, and she was able to come out of it. But her life is exactly like every Christian that I've ever met.
And so are you coming out of it? Are you getting better?
I am.
In what way are you getting better?
Me picking a side, being a Christian.
I mean, anything but that. We know about the side thing. You've been doing that for a whole year
I'm
now.
just thinking.
Tell me how you getting better.
Just self-discovery.
Meaning what?
Meaning I can see I used to be that way, and it was kind of a shock.
But how you getting better? And I have, y'all better get ready. I have more of y'all to ask.
So I used
How
to be,
you getting
I was
better?
demonic like that.
What?
I was demonic.
No, but how
like
you getting better? Not like somebody else or anyone.
I don't know.
I want to know how you getting better.
Oh, okay. Well, not on that point. Just been able to see myself and see my flaws, and I can't fix these things.
Can you give me an example of one flaw that you've seen about, other than I don't take sides?
There's some things that I do that I don't like, and I have to, put them on the cross and
Put them on the cross? What does that mean?
Let Christ take them away.
Oh, okay.
More Christian talk.
Amazing. This young lady, why do you come to the meetings? These meetings?
Like the church?
Yeah.
Because I see that I'm
You
more.
put the fan up on me, the little black fan. Go ahead.
Well, I can see that when I come here, I'm more aware. So, like, I remember to stay more aware.
And how you being helped in that?
Not overreacting.
Okay.
But I stopped doing the prayer because I went on vacation.
What? You
I know.
stopped because you went on vacation?
Mm-hmm.
And why? But I mean, what
Well,
did the vacation have to do with the prayer?
I think it's like not being alone.
Not what?
Like not being alone.
Oh, I see.
Like we brought my daughter and her friend. So it's just, I don't know, like maybe I need to, I don't know. So I felt like I wasn't doing the prayer for like a week and a half, but like during the day I would like, okay, I'm aware, But then I found that it kind of, I don't know, I mean, maybe this is just a thought, but it felt like it was kind of taking me back. Like I'm like, oh, I felt like the devil kept telling me, oh, you didn't do it for a week and a half, and like over and over.
Yeah.
And, but I mean, as soon as I came back, I was back on. But
Okay.
I was thinking like, should I go to the bathroom and like do the prayer, or I don't know. It was
You
kind of
can really do it when you just hanging out. You could be at the
like with people
in
around.
a crowd of people and just become present. You could be aware instead of locked in your head and thinking about the people and this and that. You could just be present. Be aware that you're standing there in the crowd talking to people.
But you don't have to like close your eyes.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're in a crowd, you can't close your eyes. They
Right.
think you're crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can just be aware of yourself there. Be aware rather than lost in your head.
Okay.
Are you patient with your husband now?
A lot more than I was.
And so are you patient with your husband?
Not 100% of the time,
And are you patient with your husband?
but yes.
You said not a lot more than I was. Not
Well, I can't
100%,
say
but
yes or no because there are times where I'm just let it slide. Like,
But
not.
patience is not in time. Patience all the time.
Then no.
And why not?
I guess because I'm not aware.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the only reason you're not aware.
Right.
That's why you got to practice being present where love is, where God is. The kingdom of heaven is right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you stay present, you can't help but be patient with all people.
Yeah.
And that's what love is.
But I sometimes wonder, why is it for me, I feel like I
Nice.
I'm
Put
like
on
I
loader.
find myself being more patient with my husband than I am with my daughter.
Really? You hate your daughter?
I mean, I guess.
Is it because why? Is it because her energy or what?
I think because I have to like, I have to like, you know, kind of instruct her like to do things, and she kind of just, you know, like. But then when her dad tells her, she does it.
Oh, good.
You know.
So why
but
would
when
you stay
I'm
out of it and let her father do it?
well, when we're at home, I have to kind of tell her.
And if she doesn't do it, you let her father know when you get home. Because kids don't listen to mothers after a while.
Yeah, I know that from even my own mother. Like I just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just say, I'm going to tell your father. And when you get home, tell him.
So during the day, just let her do.
No, if there's something she needs to do,
Right.
hey, go wash the dishes.
Right.
One of them. And if she doesn't do it, I'm going to let your father know. And when you get home, tell him about it. But then
Okay.
if she wants something from you during the day, let's say that she want to go play. Just say, no, you can't go play. You need to wash the dishes.
Yeah, and that's the time where she'll do it.
Right? Well, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. Huh?
Yeah.
Any other questions about anything?
Oh, I had a question about gossiping.
Okay.
So like, my mom will tell me a lot. Like she'll want to gossip, and I have told her like before, like I don't want to hear it.
Right.
But she kind of came back to me and was kind of like, well, like, you know, like we've done it before, and I kind of was like, okay, I understand that, but then I kind of listened to it and I kind of turned it back on her. You know, like
Right.
I kind of said, well, you know, like this person, blah blah, what did whatever, but you know, there have been times that you've, you know, given into doing whatever. She's like, yeah. So I was thinking, is listening to that and giving her that advice, is that like gossip also?
Don't gossip with her at all. Just tell her, hey, you're evil. I don't want to be a part of this. Because it is evil. Anyone that gossip is evil. They have no love. And they're judging other people when they're worse than the people that they're judging. So just tell her she's evil for doing this. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not going to be a part of it.
Okay.
And then she'll go away.
Okay. Okay. But when I told, I guess I'm going to answer my own question, but when I did tell her that, like when I told her, like, oh, I gave her an example in her life, and she
That
was
was
like, oh,
good.
that's right.
Yeah, that was good. You did it.
But then she called me again and.
Right. But
Yeah.
if she
So I guess
knows-
she didn't really get it.
If she knows that she's evil for doing it, you probably won't hear from her anymore.
Ah, okay. Right. Like you put a stop.
Yeah, to put a stop to it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
she'll go find someone else to do it with.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Nice.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. The young man behind you, are you being helped from these meetings?
Yes, 100%.
In what way?
Less chaos in the house.
Is there less chaos inside of you too?
Yes.
You're getting better?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But the kids are seeing where the chaos is really coming from. And I really can't do anything about it.
Speak up a little bit.
And I really can't do anything about it.
Right.
I feel like.
But if you stay present, you will see what to do.
Yes.
All right? Amazing. So, yes.
This is kind of a question about if you stay present, you'll see what to do about it. And sometimes when I'm doing the silent prayer, so I think sometimes I struggle with this idea of like listening to myself and that inner voice and knowing what to do. And sometimes when I do the silent prayer, I see that chaos going on naturally, and you know, sometimes you're more invested or not invested. And sometimes when I do the silent prayer, I get a thought like, oh, this is the thing you have to do. And an example is sometimes I have these tasks that occupy the back of my mind, and I push them. And then I sit for the silent prayer, and it's like, oh, do that thing. Should I entertain that, get up and do it, or is that like a distraction that I shouldn't
I don't understand
entertain?
the question.
Like when I'm sitting and doing the silent prayer, and I feel like there's a thing that I need to do. It's a practical thought.
Like you need to do the prayer?
like I need to do this particular task.
Oh, so you're thinking this while you're doing the prayer?
Right, right.
So while you're doing the prayer, something comes and say you need to do a task.
Right.
And your question is what?
Should I entertain that and get up and do it?
No.
Just sit.
That's a distraction from hell. Unless the house is burning down,
No.
and you need to put some water on the house.
No.
But it's just enough. The last thing that Satan wants for you to do is to be still. He wants you active. He wants you acting out. He wants you busy. Because as long as you're busy, he can control you. Yeah. But when you start to be still and allow the truth to catch up with you, he starts to lose control over you. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. He starts to lose control over you at that point.
Okay.
So that's why he give you all these distractions.
Got it. Thank you.
All right? Amazing. Did you forgive your father? Good to see you again. Was it your mother or your father?
That was my father.
Did you forgive him?
Not yet.
And
not
why?
with words.
I'm sorry?
Not with words.
And why not?
I don't know. I just haven't got to it yet, and I still resent him for things, I guess.
And why not forgive him so you could be free?
I don't know.
You love your hell?
I guess so, yes.
Oh, you love being miserable. I'm sorry?
Yes, I guess.
Well, okay. Are you doing this?
It's maybe a love and hate relationship. Like, it can be nice and comfortable sometimes,
Yeah.
but it can be like hell and painful.
Right. Most human beings love their love and hate relationship because they feel good for a moment, everything's fine, it seems, and they're feeling good, and as soon as that starts, then they feel bad, they're angry and upset. But both are evil. The feel good and the anger both are evil. So you love your hell, that's why.
Yes.
That's too bad, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think what do you think would happen if you forgave your father for you?
Maybe I would feel better or free
would.
to an extent.
Yeah. And you're not ready to feel better.
No, I don't think I'm ready to forgive. Maybe I'm just too young and stubborn, I guess.
How old are you?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You need another 40 years. You really need to go through some hell before you be ready.
Mm.
It's unfortunate, but a lot of young people think that they're going to live forever, and they think they're the cat meow, and they don't have to forgive. But you don't know it. The sooner you do it. She's like, what is a cat meow? It's cat food, I think. The sooner you do it, you can have a life right now that is laid out for you already by God, nothing that you have an idea about, and it would be amazing. It really would. But, or you can stay in your darkness and just suffer through life. It's up to you.
I definitely don't want to be like a pillar of darkness that like traps other people near me, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
I want to be like a source of light and like help, but that would tie into what you were saying before. I should worry about myself more and not try to help other people.
You can't help, don't ever try to help another person.
Yeah.
Now they ask you, well, how do I do this? How do I overcome? You point the way, but don't you do it voluntarily at all. You can't help another person. All right?
Not even family? Or
especially not family.
Mm.
Family will destroy you. Your own mama will build an army against you. And if you went to your mother and said, hey, mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. I was wrong. I understand now. She'll like, ew, hate me. And she'll call up everybody in the family. Joe said he hate me. He blamed me, not his father. And then she'll get the whole family member on her side. And then they'll call you up. Oh, I heard you hate your mama. Don't hate your mama. Be nice to your mama. Your mama love you. And they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But she'll build an army against you.
Mothers can be a little dramatic sometimes.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Amazing. Have you forgiven your mother?
Yes. I have forgiven my mother. I don't resent her at all.
You told her?
No, she's deceased.
Oh, okay. Nice. Amazing. Well, forgive your father whenever you're ready, but suffer until you're ready. Any other question?
Nope.
Okay. So what I want to do is deal with the Bible question, then I have some. Any other question about anything? You listen to the show way in the back, right? What's the biblical question for this week? This past week?
I think it's, why do you think about other people?
Is that right, James?
Something
yes.
like that? Okay.
Why do you think about other people?
Mm-hmm. I guess I kind of care what people think about me, but more and more I don't. So if anything, it would just be because I'm a people pleaser.
You're a people. So you think about other people because you care what they think about you. You're a people pleaser. And what else?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Yes, I have. But until she forgives her mother, I have a kind of a fractured relationship with my mom. Yeah. So she has a lot of anger.
So you went to her and apologized for being angry at her?
Mm-hmm.
And do you still hang out with her or something?
No,
good.
Not too much.
Yeah. You don't have to hang out with her. She can't help herself. Go on and live your life now. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
And how about your father?
Yeah, he's my guy. He's like my best friend.
Right
so,
on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The young lady want to respond. Have you forgiven your mother?
Her?
Yeah. Do you have, let me put it this way, do you have anger?
No.
You have no anger?
Can we refuse to talk? Can I just listen?
Yeah, no, you
Okay,
don't have
cool.
to talk.
Okay.
Oh, no, okay, no problem. The biblical question, this young lady right here, for this week. Why do you think about other people?
I guess it's like sometimes or often when I'm going to do the silent prayer, there is always this kind of force that wants me to do something outside of myself. And I guess that there is always this like force that wants me to go outside instead of going within. And I feel like that, why I think of others is just part of that force, that instead of looking at myself.
Before it became a biblical question, did you know that you thought about other people?
Yeah.
A lot? You were aware that you think about other people a lot?
Well, you compare yourself to others,
Yeah.
especially also now with social media. You know, you open any kind of social app and, you know, everyone's life is out there and you start comparing yourself to these fake life that people portray or people that you meet or, yeah. So I noticed that, but I'm staying very aware. Even if I start feeling any kind of judgment, I'm becoming quite quick at catching myself.
Right.
Sometimes it's not as easy as letting it go, but I can still like see that it's happening.
Right on.
And sometimes I think about people in a loving way. You know, it's not always in comparison or judgment. Sometimes it's like with...
What's a loving way to think of other people?
I guess when you admire someone in the way that they, you know, they lead their life and how they carry themselves.
That's a loving way?
Yeah, I guess so.
But suppose they are drunk behind closed doors, but when they're out, they're sober.
Again?
And you think that they are living their life so nice.
Well, I'm not saying that they're living all their lives so nice, but sometimes you're like, I'm like, wow, it was cool maybe to see how someone did not participate in the gossip or how they decided to not to choose to battle in that moment or how they chose to, you know, do the right thing and something. Like I can admire like, wow, that was,
I
you
got
know,
you.
I think that's like thinking about someone in a loving way, but still it's more of like a reflection rather than just like losing myself to thoughts.
Okay, nice. Anybody else want to respond to the biblical question? Or had another question? Yes.
Yeah, I noticed that it's like she was just saying, it's every time I think about somebody else, it's a reflection of me. It's all about me.
Yeah.
How I look at, I feel guilty about that situation or, whatever. It's always just a reflection of me, basically. It's pure self.
Nice.
Yeah.
Were you aware that you thought about other people so much before it became a biblical question?
No, and that's what's so cool about it, is like I kind of just put that question in my head and then just went on with my life, and I started to notice, wow, holy crap, this is just, it's all about me.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, ma'am.
As I pondered this question during the week and really watched myself,
Yes.
I realized that when I'm present and a thought comes up about someone, I'm able to, reflect on the fondness of the memory and let it go. It just passes. But when I'm not present and I think about someone, I get this pressing feeling, for example, to call them. And I've tested out what you said about that. And whenever I've called someone just based on a thought, it has not gone well. So I believe that I think about people unconsciously, and that's demonic. And I think about them when I'm present, and I'm able to let it go.
It's amazing how the devil can make you think about someone, and he'll tell you to call them. And you say, oh, okay, you call that person. She's not done yet, hold on 1 minute. And you call that person up, and after the conversation, you wonder, why did I call that one? That was a waste of my time. But you don't know you listened to a thought, and the devil told you to call, and you did, because you're not paying attention to evil. That was an amazing meeting on Thursday night, huh?
Yes, that was one of the best.
We had a women's forum this past Thursday night. If y'all missed it, you need a whooping. It was so amazing.
Yeah, very enlightening.
Yeah, nice. Okay, anybody else want to respond to the biblical? Oh, right here. Why do you think about other people?
When I'm online and I see other people, it kind of triggers me.
When you're online?
And when I'm online, just like on social media, and, news outlets, sometimes it triggers me, and it's my fault because I allow it to. Yeah, and it's my fault because I allow it to, so that's really it. I just got to work more on myself.
Do you think about people when you're not online?
No, not really.
Really?
Not even my pops. It's good.
Nice. Amazing. So any other questions? Yes.
So on that question, I think about my family members, my mom and my brothers, and they have issues sometimes. So they call me up so I can deal with it, help put the fires out. And so I notice how it causes me to think about them all the time. And it's only when I kind of realize I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I can't make my little brother get over his anger. It's like the devil's got him. And sometimes dealing with my mom, and it is not. I'm trying to help, but I can't fix it. And so it's not until I can just be still and calm and not have a I don't care attitude that things work out, because I can't fix them. And so that's kind of shocking to me,
Yeah. Amazing.
So,
Joel, do you ever worry?
Yeah.
And why?
Only because in that moment, I'm doubting. And usually it comes when I don't understand something, so something is, the unknown. And instead of waiting for it to happen, the doubts come in, and then I'll believe them.
So,
But it's
so you worry because you waiting for something, you say?
no, like when worry comes in for me, it's because I don't understand something or I don't know something.
Right.
Or I can't foresee it. So the thoughts will, do its thing, and I'll sometimes find myself still latching on to try to find some sense of understanding or feel better. So those are the times
The time that you worry
comes up, yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you worry on me?
I do, yes.
And why?
I think because I want things to be easy for me in the future.
To be what?
Easier.
For you?
Yeah,
So that's why you worry?
I think so.
Oh, okay. And do they become easier for you?
No.
Amazing. Do you worry? In the glasses right here, yeah.
Sometimes.
And why?
Because I got to go to appointments, pay bills, pay my workers, just grow a business, and, it's stressful. But it doesn't get out of control, just normal, sometimes I just let it happen, and sometimes the problems go away by themselves, And sometimes the best thing is not to do anything.
Nice. Do you worry in the black shirt?
I believe so, but like how you said, I try not to worry.
All right.
Let everything work itself out. Pay no mind to it. I don't think it's real worry most of the time. It's mostly my ego.
Yeah.
Thinking about stuff that I shouldn't be thinking about. For the biblical question.
Yes. Do you think about other people?
As a little kid, I remember I would think about if my teacher had life after school, what would she do? Growing up, too, I would remember thinking about other kids, what would they do when they go home? Growing up, too, I think I would still go through the process of thinking about other people.
Yeah.
Or strangers. And I had a question, I think in the Bible it says sometimes you meet people or that might be angels and you might not know that they're angels. What do you have to say on that?
I believe it's possible.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
But don't be looking for them, though. Because the devil gives you some false angels.
That's how you say that the demons are in your mind?
Right.
But angels would be, you would run into them?
Yes.
And you wouldn't know?
No.
Is that still like...
Unless you be aware. Unless you stay present. And you still wouldn't know every time, but
yeah.
If you stay present. In the present, all things are given to you to know.
Thank you.
All right. Amazing. So, yes, sir.
Just like you say that there's practical thoughts, are there practical worries? Like when you, let's say you go for a blood test because you're feeling kind of sick or something. Is it okay to worry about the results? Like what if it's something, serious or,
Let's say it is serious. You go and take a blood test. You have a cancer where you're going to die tomorrow. What good would it do you to worry about it?
No, I mean, won't cure me, but it is. I'll just have to accept it is what it is, right?
But what good would it do you to worry about it?
No, it won't do any good. I mean, if
Worry.
there's a chance to get cured, then yeah. If not, then no.
But if you're going to be cured, it'll happen whether you worry or not. Or if you're not, it's going to happen whether you worry or not.
So there's no such thing as practical worries?
No. Worry presents itself as the light, and it makes you think that there's something you can do about the situation when there's nothing you can do about it. But it pretends to be the light. But it's darkness. It's darkness. So the one thing I want to encourage you all, and I'm not hearing a lot, and I don't know why, but you got to work on yourself. The one thing I want you to know is that you are spiritually, demonically possessed. Every human being is possessed with evil. Every human being. Until those who start to wake up and start to become aware of this evil that's in the mind and emotion. Anyone that's into emotions and thoughts is an evil person. You're possessed and don't know it. And you have welcomed evil into your life. And the way you welcome it into your life, you believe it. It tells you this about yourself, you believe it. It tells you that about yourself, you believe it. It tells you that, oh, you have fear, you believe it. It tells you that, oh, you are free, and you believe it. And when you believe the lie, because all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything, you're worshiping the devil. You're possessed and you're worshiping the devil, calling him God. And I know most people love that. They love to worship the devil because they love their emotions. They love to judge. They love to be enslaved. They love comparing themselves to others. But you are possessed. We're all possessed until you start to wake up and see it. And in that state of thought and emotion, which are evil, the devil will convince you to do things that you never imagined you would do. You would say you would never do it, but he'll make you do it. You would say, I would never fight over a person. I would never fight over a man or a woman. You end up fighting over them. You'll fight over love. You can't leave me. You got to stay with me. I love you, blah, blah, blah. You go and smash out their windows out the car because the devil tell you, hey, keep him here, right? But the devil can make you think things that is pure evil, and you'll call it you because you don't know that you're possessed. And the devil hates human beings with a passion. And the devil has been separate. You got to realize the devil had a war with God, and the devil lost the war. And as a result of losing the war, he's been separated from God. And when he was separated from God, he was separated from love, insight, freedom. He's in bondage. He cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. So he's been separated from God and from the kingdom of heaven. And he's a spirit, and spirits roaming the earth trying to find a human being to live into, to live inside of. And because he can't live, he doesn't have an identity until he lives in a body. And he becomes human form when he lives in a body. Otherwise, he can't exist at all. And so he finds human beings to live in, and he acts out through the human being. He makes you think and do and feel things that has nothing to do with you, but because you have identified with the devil, by welcoming the devil in your life, you think that is you. You say, you could be feeling anger, and you say, I feel anger. I am jealous. I am lonely. I am this and I am that. You have become one with the devil. You and the devil are one. The devil can make you think about killing yourself. He can literally tell you suicide is the way to go. And he'll push you to a point where you're so afraid or stressed out or so overreactionary until you go kill yourself. I just got a call Friday from a guy's father who committed suicide 2 weeks ago. He took a gun and he shot himself in the head. And he shot himself in the head because the devil told him one of the reasons, he and his wife had broken up, and he really wanted his wife back. He fought to get her back. And then he had a lot of money, according to him. He had a lot of money and property and stuff like that. And according to him, the wife tried to take it all. So not only was she taking all his stuff, she was leaving him, and he really wanted his wife back. And he had been begging her back. He'd been going to her trying to get her back. And he said over and over again, it's just not worth living. I can't live without her. of being weak, but I know it, I can't help it. And so he finally took, and there were other issues going on in life too, but he took a gun and killed himself, shot himself in the head, not because he wanted to, but evil told him to do it. It said death is better than life. Death, killing yourself, is better than not having a woman. Killing yourself is better than being poor or lonely or whatever it's you. You don't know, and there's more to this story too that I can't mention right now because we may have to go to court for him. But the devil is operating through you. All of your thoughts, except for practical thought, are from evil. All of your thoughts are from evil. They are never true. But because you're one with them, you have identified with them, then you believe that they are true. And this person was trying to work on themselves. They were trying to work, but they couldn't have this idea of not having their wife back. And they met other women, but that didn't work because the other women took advantage of it. I'm like, well, why would you let women take? I don't know, I just can't help it. I need a woman in my life, they say. You don't need anyone or anything in your life. That's a lie. What you need is the light of God to live by, and you will have it all. You don't need anybody. The feeling of needing somebody is evil. The devil hates God, so likewise he hates human beings, and he works not because we are created in the image of God. We are God's children. And he wants to dwell because he wants to get back at God. He hates God. So why not kill off all his children? And he's killing off all his children like not going north. I was thinking about the government the other day, and I noticed that because massive of people have fear, most people have fear, that whenever the government want to control you, all it does is it could come up with a disease. It can make, and most of the time, all the time, the disease is their sexual disease. You know, like, because everybody having sex, so everybody think they got the disease. And they don't have it. But because they have fear, they overreact, and they believe they have it, and the government got you. They'll make you take pills. They'll make you buy pills. They'll make you tell on each other. Your neighbor, if they don't be a part of the pill taking, they'll make you do what they want, only because you have fear. If you had no fear, you cannot be controlled. And fear is of your father, the devil. That's the spirit of evil living inside of you. It's a spiritual battle. It's not about color. It's not about male or female. And the spirit is neither male or female, and yet it's both. The men are worse than the women with fear and anger and emotions. They're just like the woman with fear and anger and emotions. But you're being controlled by evil spirit. You are possessed. You don't have to stay that way. You can overcome it. But you got to work on you, and no other human being, I don't care how they make you feel good or bad, can make you overcome it. You got to want it. And when you want it, I promise you the light of God will come, and he will start to bring you out of that. This is you. You've been living in the darkness of your imagination and giving it all type of title. I'm lonely. I'm mad. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm this. I'm black. I'm white. I'm this and that. And all you're doing is giving demons fancy names. But if you could see by not covering it up that they're spirits and that you're spiritually possessing your thought, you'll start, the light of God, which allows you to see it, will start to kill all the demons, and they will have to leave you and go and make a home in somewhere else. They really will. And then this someone else that they make a home in will come after you and try to destroy you. But you have the power, you have the authority to resist it, because now you have the power of God to resist the evil. It's evil. And human beings are evil. And the government is evil. And the government get their orders from evil spirits. That's why when they want to create a new problem, they go off, they make an announcement, pay attention to this. They make an announcement, we're going on vacation, we'll be back in a week. And they go and meet up somewhere. They don't tell you where they're going. They go meet up with somewhere and they come up with a grand idea to come back and put fear into people. If they want a war, they go off and plan a war. Oh, we need a war, we need to make some money. Because they're getting their instructions from evil too. And they'll go and create a false idea of a war, and they'll come back and tell you we need a war. They go up and they coming after us. And they make you afraid, and you're like, okay, we vote on a war. And so they go and kill off each other, not themselves, but other people, and they make buku money from it. With war materials, war investments, they make a lot of money because they're listening to the devil too, and they're using the masses of people because the masses of people are not thinking for themselves. They have fear. Fear is not of God. God does not give you the spirit of fear. That alone should let you know it doesn't belong to you. God doesn't make you angry. And if you come out of this imagination about this imagination in your head, you can have perfect peace right here on earth while everybody else is tripping out all around you. They'll be overreacting, they'll be mad, but you won't. You will have peace. But you'll listen to thoughts. You still believe thoughts. The thoughts say, oh, don't do the silent prayer. Don't pay attention during the day. You don't need to pay attention. You're like, oh, okay. And then you lie. I'm like, why you to do the silent prayer? Well, I thought that I had to cook. You make up lies about why you don't do it. Not knowing that the devil is giving you the lies about why you don't do the silent prayer. Those thoughts are not your own. If you were left to yourself, you'll go pray. You want to be one with the Father. You want peace. You can literally have perfect peace right here on earth. But you got to stop listening to the demons in your mind. And the world will encourage you to listen to them because they're listening to them. Your teacher, your family members. Your family members are not your friend. Your mama is not your best friend. Your mama is your enemy. Your daddy is not your best friend. So it's all a false idea. It's not even real. The devil can tell you to kill yourself and you will kill yourself. Think about that. Over something stupid. And then that person gone on with their lives and you dead. But you gotta know the demon hates you. He hates God. He has no love. He has nothing because everything been taken away from him when he had the war with God. And he's working through you. He is your problem. No one else is your problem but in your imagination. You overcome the thoughts, you will not have a problem. And you will love your life. You will be alone and have perfect peace. Or you will be in a crowd and have perfect peace. It's a spiritual battle. You are not in control of anything. And when you overcome the thoughts of the devil, then the light of God will guide you. And God's voice is a voiceless voice. People tell you that racism is this, and you believe it. And you start fighting against each other over race. Others tell you, oh, the Jews own everything. The Jews are the one. And you're so dumb, you believe that. God owns everything, and God will give his children what they want, what they need. Nobody owns everything. God owns, he created everything. He loves us. He will take care of us. But you don't believe that. You join a club that says the Jews own everything. Now you're mad at the Jews. Or the blacks would join a club that says the white own everything. The whites are keeping me down. The whites won't let me make it. The white took me through slavery. They never seen slavery. But they believe it in here because they believe a lie. Once you believe a lie, it's hard to believe the truth. You are possessed by evil spirits. You are not in control. You and I have never made a decision on our own. It's impossible to make a decision. You're being influenced by evil, And when you overcome evil, you'll be influenced by good. And you can't overcome evil. It has no power. Zero. I saw a hand here. Yes, sir.
Canada has a program that they assist you in suicide.
Yeah. And what do people do? They run to Canada. State says, go over to Canada and kill yourself. Okay. And Canada making buku money off it. They making money. It's a money-making thing. Abortion is a money-making thing. The devil tells the woman, kill that man, baby. Oh, okay. And the devil tells her, it's your body. You're right, it's my body. And they join a club, and the name of the club is called It's Your Body. Do what you want to do. Now you got all the demons around you to approve of it. The devil's already told you to kill a child. And the club, you join the club that says kill the child. Then you go down to Washington, D.C. and protest in front of the courthouse, telling the judge, if you don't vote to let me kill the child, I'm going to be mad. You are possessed and don't know it. All of your fears, all your emotions are not necessary. They're not. When you have perfect peace, how can you be emotional? It doesn't make sense. You're only emotional because you don't have peace. And stop looking for love from other people. Nobody has love to give you. Nobody loves you, and you don't love them. You got to work on you. And I promise you, if you work on you, but you got to do what you want, but you got to practice being present. Not in your head thinking about the past or the future, wondering about tomorrow or yesterday. Even in practical business, you don't have to worry about it. You see what you need to do what you need to do for that day, and tomorrow will take care of itself. God gave us common sense to be practical in business too. Worry is not of God. And stay away from people who complain. They're evil. It's just evil, evil. You are possessed. Any question about this? Any doubt, anything? Yes, Raymond. Okay.
So what you're saying is that we're controlled by the devil through our thoughts.
100%. It's not even you. They're not even your thoughts. You don't create the thoughts. He controls you in the thoughts and emotions. It's not you at all. You're not your body. You're not your thoughts. You're not your feelings. He controls you with the thought. And the more you see that, the more he's gonna have a fit. Because he doesn't want to depart, he's gonna scream at you. Oh, you think you're doing? You this, you that, right? But he has no authority. The more you can see him, the more he will be destroyed. And the light will let you see him.
I can see why now I feel like screaming when I pray. A part of me does not want to be still.
And it's not even you. It's the spirit of evil that doesn't want you to be still. Evil wants you to overreact to all situations and carry on. And then if somebody caters to you while you're carrying on, evil love that. Because now evil is controlling the person that's catering to you to try to make you feel better. It has control over. If somebody wants to act out, okay, act out. Bye. If somebody don't want to go to lunch, bye. Let them go. Don't try to convince anyone of anything. You're dealing with evil. You're dealing with evil. Yes, sir.
You said complaining is evil?
I'm sorry?
Did you say complaining was evil or
Yes.
arguing? But
A complaining person is an evil person. They're in the darkness.
But could you interpret, do you think someone could interpret what you're saying or preaching here as complaining?
I'm sorry?
Do you think someone could interpret what you're talking about here as complaining?
That's a good question. If they listen to evil, they will. The devil say, oh no, Lord, he complaining. When people whining and talking about life is hard, I can't make it, I need to get married, if I had a family, I would be better. Had I been rich, my life would be like that person's life, or I'm tired. You know how people complain, right? That's what I'm talking about. They can't make it because of somebody else. I can't make it because of slavery. I can't make it because of Jim Crow. I can't make it because I'm a woman, I'm a man, I'm black, I'm white. Those are evil people.
People find comfort in being victims
100.
because they don't like going out of their comfort zone and striving for more, I think.
And you're right, they don't like, but they're in their hell and they love their hell. They love the misery. It feels good to complain to somebody. And especially if you got someone that's gonna hear it. You sit there and complain all day if they listen. You know what I mean? And then tomorrow morning you pick up on it if they listen to it. But if you don't listen to it, oh, you don't care about me. You're not listening to my complaints. It's all evil and it's all Satan and his little demons. A free person would never complain. They would do what they have to do and be satisfied with what they have. Amazing, huh? Do you complain?
Yes, I do complain.
About what, if you can say?
Just random things that upset me or things I want to change.
You can't change anything, and stop complaining. You're worshiping the devil, and it does no good. It really doesn't. So when those, and when those thoughts come to complain, let them pass. Don't let them fall into that emotion. Because you get the thought, you start feeling that way, you're going to feel like a victim. But if you just let it pass, then you won't become emotional. You would never feel like a victim. So let them pass. All right?
I feel like it's good to stay busy too, so you don't let these thoughts come to you. Like always have a goal to achieve and work towards something. That can help a lot.
You don't want to be busy for that reason. Every goal you meet, Satan is right at the end waiting for you. Because when you're busy, you're not seeing what's going on in you. You're not seeing the drive inside of you. You're running away from the light.
Well, I don't think it's running away from the light, because that could be obtaining something to better yourself, I think.
No, that's another lie from evil. You don't know one person who has made the most money in the world and they're better. They're not better. They still have fear, they still have doubt, they still lonely, they still look for love. No such thing as a goal that can make you better. It just sets you up to want more. That's all it does. You have to overcome evil by being aware of it and being still and let the Father take it away, and your life will work for you. It's already laid out. It's already perfectly laid out. If you live in the present, you will be just fine. All your needs will be met. So don't let anyone tell you that setting a goal is the answer. It's not. I would encourage you not to set a goal, but just do what's in front of you. Let's say you want to do a business. Just start doing the business. And don't worry about if it's going to make it or not. Just work on the business. Don't have a goal about it. And you'll be able to sleep at night if it's working or not, because you will not think of it as working or not working. It's just a business. Something that you can function on earth to buy food, have shelter over you, buy a car or whatever, right? That's all it is. It has no other meaning. But the world tells you, you need a goal, you need a purpose, you need something to identify with, and that's the setup. You need nothing to identify with. But you got to overcome the anger. You must forgive. Anyone that has anger is a murderer. They murder themselves and everyone around them. They can't be trusted. Never trust. And I promise you, an angry person always has bad intention. An angry person never has good intention. It is always about them. And they could be boo-hooing. Oh, no, I love you. I love you. I just love you. Snot running down. I just love you. And it's all that snot. You know what snot is, right?
Yeah.
You ever seen a black person cry? They start snotting up.
Yes.
Man, that kind of snot. and you think that they're really hurt. I hear white people say it all the time. I ask the white people, why do you believe that racism exists? Well, the black person said it. And if they said it must be true, I'm like, give me proof in your mind that racism exists. Well, when they were telling me about it, they were crying. Or they were crying over police brutality. And they believe it because the person shed a tear. You just want to smack that kind of white person. I was like, can't get into. I thought white people were smart. Everybody want to be white, and then you find out white people are not that smart. And everybody want to be Jewish. You find out Jews don't really have. There's some poor Jews. Isn't that amazing? No. Set no goals. Just live your life. Do what's in front of you. Start a business, start a business. And don't run around telling everybody you want to start a business either. You want to start a business, start the business, because you get all happy telling everybody about it, and they tell you, oh, that's a good idea. And then now you told everybody about the idea, and now you don't want to do it. All your excitement came from telling it. Just do it. All right? I saw a hand. Yes, sir. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So I have a question. So I've been aware of my thoughts and working on these things.
Let me put this in there. Don't forget. I want you to know too, and I promise you this, without a doubt, you can prove it. Human beings are evil.
Yeah.
Human beings are wicked and have no love. And I'm not just talking about unfamiliar people that you run into. I'm talking about in your own family. I'm talking about your own friends, so-called friends. The heart of human being, human nature is wicked. And you're going to see it as you're overcoming it. You're going to see how wicked you are. And then as you see it, how wicked you are, and that you have a hidden agenda, and how wicked, how deep it goes, you're going to understand all human nature. But you won't judge them, because now you will have understanding. Human beings are evil. And the sooner you wake up and see it in you, you'll see it in others, and that way you'll be free from it. You'll be fine. You'll have perfect peace right here on earth. Yes, sir.
Well, it relates to what you're just saying. So as I'm being more aware of my thoughts, I'm noticing I had time now to be more aware of other people and myself.
Yes.
I found out that I'm not as good of a person as I thought in ways that were a little bit hard to accept just by observing myself.
Yes.
And one of my biggest hurdles is other people. So when Jesus said it's more of a reward to love your enemy, right? This is the thing that I struggle the most with, especially because of politics and the people I'm around. There's things that come out of people's mouths and results of policies that are put forth in this state and all the other places in the world that are so challenging for me. It seems like the toughest thing is to love your enemy for me. For me, I don't know about anybody else, but what do you think Jesus meant by that's the reward?
Without a doubt, when you can see clearly what's driving you and know that you are not in control, it was never you. Something else is making you think and do the things you do. It's going to cause you, without a doubt, to see that the same thing is driving your enemy. And in seeing that, you won't be able to hate your enemy because you know that it's not you. It's like, that's the reason you'll be able to love your enemy, because you can see that they're being driven by the same spirit.
Right.
Everybody has the same problem. There's not one unique problem in the world. You're either of evil or of good. It can't be of both. And until you overcome evil, you're of good. And you will see that your enemy is your enemy because they have the same spirit.
Right.
They don't, it's not them. They don't realize it.
That's never been more clear than this week, actually. But still a challenge. Like, I'll have days where what you're saying, where I can see, like, you even said once about forgiving your parents that they couldn't help themselves, right?
Yeah.
So I've applied that to other people. They can't help themselves, but then, I go back and forth. But you're right. They have the same spirit. And I do too. Like, let's just say I think, like most people, I think I'm probably more of, when it comes to certain aspects of society, I might be more logical than other people. And that is a trap for me too.
Yes. Let go of all your ideas about you.
Right.
And once you let go of all the ideas, you would never think of yourself in that way,
Right.
either smarter than or not.
Right.
But yet you're going to see what's going on, right? I'm looking at the experts on the TVs, talking about this election thing coming up.
Yeah.
And they're all babbling like they know
Yeah.
what they're talking about. And they have no clue what they're saying. But
Right.
they're experts and they're all dressed up and they're speaking loud. And they're so wrong about what they're saying. They're trying to resolve spiritual issues with social ideas.
Right.
And that would never work. Never work. If they will only get work with their ideas, it's not going to make it. Never has and never will make it better. But they have degrees. They're on TV.
Right.
And they all saying the same thing too.
And that's where it was extremely difficult, because at first it's almost laughable, right? Some of the things they come up with.
Yes.
But then I get trapped in my head again, because I'm like, what they're saying is going to affect my life, though.
Okay, never say that again.
Right.
Don't put yourself in there, because that's the devil telling
Right.
you that. What they're saying is going to affect your life.
Right.
I promise you it won't. When God said be in the world but not of the world,
Yeah.
he will protect his children. But if the devil tell you, oh, that's going to affect my life, you're going to believe it and you will be affected.
Right. That's what I'm struggling with right now.
Then, no, let it pass. Let it pass. And he will tell you that all thoughts are all lies all the time.
Yeah.
God will have you, and he owns everything. God said he loved his children better than normal parents love. You love your children, don't you? If they want water or bread, you're not going to get them a stone, something like that, right?
Yeah, that was a.
Well, he loves you. You're his son. He's not going to give you a stone. He'll take care of you. But if you listen to the devil, and the devil tell you, oh my God, they're making the wrong decision, that's going to affect my life, and you believe it, then it will.
I mean, it also has, so it's not. But the problem is
It has not. You just think that it has.
Fair enough.
I promise you it has not, but you put yourself in there and made it be so.
And that's the part where I realized this week how destructive emotions are. And anger, like, there's no doubt now. And when you first used to say, or not when I first used to hear you say this about anger, I was a little skeptical. But this last 3 weeks, there is no denial about that.
Anger is evil.
Oh,
Anger is evil.
serves no purpose, no good purpose.
And the person that goes along with anger is evil.
I firmly believe that.
That's why God let you tell you that you are your own world. You're not responsible for anyone else. If an evil couples, if the man or the woman is angry and they want to leave, you better tell them bye. Okay, goodbye, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back. But the devil will tell you, oh, you're going to be lonely. And then he's going to start giving you good memories of that person. Remember when we used to go down by the dock of the bay? Yeah. Remember when we used to come home and he used to bring flowers? All he's doing is giving you memories of that person, and then you fall into the emotion about it. You think, oh, I got to have this one back. And you get back with the devil.
And that is where I realized not to be in the past, because that's all the past.
Yes.
Definitely don't try to be in the future, because that's a whole mess.
Yes.
But when I stay in the present, things seem, it's actually fun.
It's a joy to work on your life when you're waking up like that. Mm-hmm. It's fun to work on you. It's like amazing to work on your life.
Yeah.
And not rely on anyone else but you and the Father.
It's not easy because my head won't let me.
Yeah. because it's wicked.
Yeah.
All thoughts are all lies all the time. Are you, and closing down now, are you convinced that all thoughts are all lies all the time yet?
Besides the practical ones, yes.
Right. Good. Well, just all you got to do is just watch them.
Yeah, I have.
And then, as Colin said, take them to the Father. Meaning, when you have a thought and a feeling, let it stay there. Don't run from it by turning on the TV or making a phone call or deny it.
Mm-hmm.
You take it. Stay there with it, and the Father, the light, will destroy the darkness. He will take away those demons from you.
Yep.
And most people don't believe that you're possessed, but you are. Evil spirits. And they live in human form. But they're in you. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
A lonely spirit is an evil spirit, for sure. Oh, and another thing, you want to detect your real enemy just like that? And this is like your real enemy. You can bank on this one. You can go down to Bank of America right over there and deposit this. Your real enemy is a smiling person. That's your enemy.
Sorry, I've been smiling at you all day.
Not that kind of smile.
Yeah.
I want you to test this week. Pay attention to the smiling people you meet along the way. Just kind of look at them. But don't judge. They're smiling in your face while backstabbing you in their mind. They're backstabbing you right there. You can walk into a supermarket and someone coming out of the supermarket, you going in, and they'll smile at you, but they're thinking, that, whatever. They're stabbing you because they're in their head. And they're smiling not because they love you, but because they've judged you. And they're insecure. A smiling person is a dangerous person. When mama want to come over, or mama want to call you on the phone, what does she do? Hey, baby, how you doing? Mama was just thinking about you. How's your day going, baby? It's going fine, Mom. Oh, I'm about to go to work. I'm doing this. Oh, good. Mama need $500. Or you didn't call Mama today. Or you didn't call Mama. How's that old man you with? Or that old woman you got? Mama got an agenda. But she started it out with a smile. Pay attention. Pay attention to when you smile. Sometimes you really don't want to smile, but you're too wicked not to smile. Because you're thinking, what would they think about me if I don't smile back? Or what would they think about me if I don't smile? You go out, the last thing, you go out to make a deal, a business deal, you're smiling all the way over there to the person to meet. And you're smiling while you're talking about the deal. And then if you don't get the deal, now you're cursing the person out. Or you get the deal, you're happy because you ripped them off. It's a spiritual thing, though. It's not you. You're not your body. You're not your thoughts. You're not a sinner, nor a saint. You're not good, nor bad. It's the Spirit that made a home in you. It's not you. I want you to know that you're not guilty of anything. Satan wants you to think you're guilty because you're not paying attention to see he's making you think these things and feel this way. It's not you thinking them or feeling them. He's telling you that. And you believe that is you. You believe the lie. You got to pay attention to see that you're not your thought. You're not your thought. You're not your thoughts. You're not guilty. God is not judging you because you haven't done anything wrong. I don't care what you've done in your life, how bad it was. You could have had 10 abortions already by the time you're 12. How many people had 10 abortions by 12? And then the devil tell you, oh, you're so guilty. You had all those abortions. I can't believe you had those abortions. Look at you. And then the Christian over there holding a rally, they'll tell you, come on, baby, you had, praise the Lord. You had those abortions. And you're feeling guilty when it was never you. You didn't do it. Satan convinced you to kill your baby. But you thought you did because the world told you it's your body and you could do what you want, and you believed the lie and killed the child, and now Satan makes you feel guilty thinking you did it. You didn't do it. It was done here. And any emotion. Any question about this? Yes.
How do you determine, I once heard you share a story about a woman who was reluctant to associate with a friend of hers who had gone into prostitution or something like that. And you encouraged the woman to continue associating with her. However, I've also heard you say the converse of that, which is don't associate with evil too long.
Right.
So how do you determine, is it a matter of staying present? Because there are people in my life that are not overcoming, but I do enjoy. How do I determine whether I should associate myself with these
Number
people?
one, that's a good question too. Never judge the other person for whatever they're doing, whatever they're into. And when you're with them, you just stay present and be yourself. Just be you. And if they're having a conversation, oh, I went down on Sunset Boulevard and I made $1,000 last night, about a half a block. And you can make this money. You can do this, right? Don't judge them, because you know it's not them. But then if you don't want to hang around, you don't have to hang around either. Just don't judge them. Okay. Just don't judge. If Christ, and I can even, if I judge people on all the evil stuff they're into, but I happen to know it's not them, I wouldn't be able to counsel with anyone. I wouldn't be able to help nobody. I've heard stuff that the devil is doing through people that I didn't even know it existed. But I understand evil and how wicked evil is and what it can make you do. But if I judge people, I wouldn't help the people that come to me for help.
Yeah, my concern with that was that, you know, I never would have thought I had any remnants of evil within me until I began overcoming.
Yes.
And I see it on a daily basis. And, you know, it's concerning to me to be around people who are not aware. I'm not judging it at all because I am them or was. And it concerns me that like those demons might just like infiltrate my spirit.
Yeah, but not if you don't judge and overreact.
Okay.
But you gotta be around evil people. You gotta go to work.
Right.
You gotta go to the market.
But
You
I
gotta,
mean in terms of associating though, like breaking bread
Like
with my
friendship.
people who I enjoy, but I just know that they're not overcoming, you know?
But even at work, don't you enjoy some of the employees?
I do.
And you guys have lunch together around the table?
Yes, but I was talking more, because I know how to maneuver through that. But I'm talking more about, you know, people whom, you know, I enjoy. I enjoy, we hang out, we go places, we have dinner, we do things together.
Right.
I was just, you know, really conflicted about, you know, are those demons and that person coming off on me without my knowledge of that happening?
Not if you see them.
Okay.
It's your protection is being able to see. You'll be fine.
Okay.
As long as you can see it. That's why God wants you to stay in the present, because when you're present, you're protected from evil. It's only when you're unconscious that evil can enter in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a quick, without getting into what we were talking about at the meeting the other night, Thursday night, are you able to see that there's no you yet?
Yes.
You can see there is no you.
Yes.
Okay.
I had a situation, and this is very brief, where I confronted something where I was correct and the person was not correct. In confronting it, I was feeling that heated feeling I described to you once, where I just felt this heat and it started to rise up. But in this instance, I watched myself so closely, and I saw the demon. Like, I watched it, and I was able to be measured, and I was able to catch myself quickly. And in that moment, and in moments prior to that, but it's just becoming more clear to me now, I saw a distinct separation between
yeah.
myself and this thing.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's
Okay.
happening.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Did you have a question? No. Oh, I thought I saw another hand. Oh, here. Yes.
Now that you mentioned abortion earlier, I have a comment on that. You know, the pro-life people are completely against abortion. They say, "Oh, it's evil. It's against God."
Right.
You know, all that. And the pro-choice, they always respond, "Well, what about incest and rape?"
Right.
Okay, let's say the states legalize it. You know, under that condition, if it was rape or incest, I'm 100% sure what's going to happen. All these false accusations are going to rise. And then you know how the media is. They're going to pull up these statistics. Oh, the amount of rapes and incest in America is skyrocketing.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I think that's what's going to happen,
They
because if
control
that's
the
the only
people.
way for them to get an abortion,
Well,
then they're going
another-
to accuse.
Another thing, too, the only thing that's happening between the abortion fight is that the pro-abortion is judging the anti-abortion, and the anti-abortion are judging the pro-abortion. So you just have two demons fighting.
Yeah.
And they both are wrong.
Yeah.
They both are wrong. Amazing. So let me do this because we run out of time here. To the first time visit, any first time visit, you have any questions? Yes, sir. Oh, did I see your hand that you had a question?
Yeah. I'm curious what you think emotions are for.
To destroy you.
Yeah.
To keep you in hell. To keep control over you.
Hmm.
That's why they work overtime. If you understood how thoughts, that you're not your thoughts, the thoughts would just come like a traveling car down the road. They would come and they would go past, and they would go past and go past. The problem comes is when the thoughts are coming and they drop into emotions, and you start to feel something, and that's where you lose. But if you just let them, watch them coming and going, you cannot be affected. But they are there to deceive you and control you. If your wife wants to control you, what does she do? She cries. Or she say, "You don't love me." Or you didn't buy me any flower. Or you don't listen to me. Or right? But if you didn't have those emotions and just let the thought pass, you could be manipulated or controlled at all. Emotions are not necessary. And love is not an emotion. That's a hateful thought that feels like emotion.
Yeah, interesting. Thank you.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
It makes sense?
Yeah, I like to learn the different perspectives for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I think if you didn't feel any emotion at all, you would be like a robot. And we're not robots. We feel lots of emotions.
The devil just told you that. And he tell everyone that. They say, well, if you don't have emotions, you're going to be a robot. He's lying to you. If you don't have emotions, you're going to have perfect love. And there is an emotion that comes with perfect love that is amazing. But this is other emotion is all evil. And it's all about you.
Are you saying the good emotions? There are good emotions like love and happiness?
No.
Or no, they're all bad?
They're all bad.
Okay.
But there is, and that's why I kind of don't want to put this other emotion out there because everybody's going to be thinking they have that now. But what you want is you want love. You want perfect love. And when you have perfect love, you're going to treat everybody the same. You will literally treat everybody the same. With patience, with love, you will enjoy being around them. Or not, you'll be around and fine. If not fine, you will never feel sorry for anyone or yourself. You'll be free. And so it's not true that you'll be a robot. You're a robot anyway. The devil's controlling you. You're a robot. You do what he says. You believe what he says. You think what he wants you to think. You go where he wants you to go. You are a robot to the devil.
Or maybe a robot to myself, to an extent.
Well, when you say self, who are you talking about?
Maybe, I don't know, like...
Who is you? Who is yourself?
Me.
Who?
Me.
Describe you.
I am a person. I was born from my mother. I have my own free will. I can make my own decisions, and I can choose to think how I want to.
Okay, but you told me about the things you can do, but you didn't tell me who you are. Who are you?
That is who I am.
No, those are things you do.
I'm a person.
No, you're a physical body. You're not your body.
Mm.
When you die, are you still going to be the body?
No.
You won't be your body?
I think my body will still be here.
Be where?
In the earth.
At church?
At church?
Nah. You think when you die, your body is going to be, and where will you be?
In the ground?
Oh, so you think you are your body?
Yes, I do think that.
Oh, I see. You're not your body. You're not your feelings. You're not your emotions. You're not the things you do. You're not the things you believe. You're none of those things. Keep working on yourself. You'll find out. You'll see who you are. Right now, you don't know. You don't remember who you are. All traumatized people have forgotten who they are.
And I think that makes me angry to an extent. It's the devil trying to push me, I guess. The words you say, they don't really resonate with me, I guess.
The devil tried to what now? Make you angry about what?
Make me feel a certain way, I guess.
And how you feel about that?
I feel upset.
Yeah, that is the devil.
Yeah.
I promise you, man, the last thing the devil wants is for this meeting to happen. The last thing the devil wanted for us to sit here and talk about, point out evil and talk about, he doesn't want that at all. He doesn't want
He wants it to remain hidden.
Yes.
And he wants it to be subconscious.
Yes. Amazing. You're right about that. Watch those things and do nothing about them. Just watch that when it comes like that. And that is the Father, God, allowing you to see the darkness. That is the devil wanting you to do that. He doesn't want you to hear the truth. That's amazing. Good, man. So just work on those little things like that, and you'll grow in wisdom.
Be aware.
Yeah, just be aware. That's all you need to do. Don't do anything else but that. Don't put any effort into it. Don't do anything. Just be aware of it. And it's the awareness that changes everything. All right? Can I move on now?
Yes.
Yes, sir. You're right. Be aware. It's the awareness. Yes.
So a small example of perfect love, would perfect love being able to tell somebody the truth without overthinking it? Because a lot of people won't tell the truth because they think, oh, that might hurt their feelings or it might affect my life if I tell them the truth, that type of thing.
Matter of fact, perfect love will cause you to tell the truth without thinking about it, period.
Right.
Because there is no thinking. The
Right.
words are given to you so that you can give the person the right word. They're given to you by God.
That's what I thought.
So when you're overthinking something, you're in hell thinking. God is not about thinking. He's about seeing. Right. He's about knowing. So, yes. The young lady, first time, any questions or comments about anything before we end?
No, thank you.
I'm sorry?
No. I
Are
don't
you
have any
glad you
questions.
came?
Yes.
Did this help a little bit?
Yes, thank you.
And are you going to go and forgive your mother now?
I
Do you have anger?
no.
Oh, you never get angry?
I don't have anything to forgive. To
I'm
her.
sorry?
I don't have nothing to forgive to her.
So you never get angry?
Not with my mom. I have a good relationship.
Do you ever get angry, period?
Sometimes.
With anyone?
Yeah.
You do? And why do you get angry at other people?
I don't know. Just maybe at work sometimes.
At work? And
Yeah.
where did your anger come from?
Like stress.
So and where did stress come from?
From work. Like
Work. Work don't bring stress.
yeah.
It's already inside of you. So you never get angry at your mother?
No.
How do you feel about being just like her?
Good.
You glad you're just like your mother?
Yeah.
So then why she get on your nerves sometimes when you're just like her?
My mom? She doesn't get on my nerves.
She never get on your nerves? So if you're just like your mother, who are you?
Me? I don't know.
I'm sorry?
I don't know.
You don't know who you are?
Well, I'm myself.
And who is yourself?
I don't know, just me.
I'm sorry?
I don't know. I don't really want to talk.
You don't want to talk?
Yeah.
What the? All right. You ever get angry at your boyfriend?
No. I mean,
You never get angry with your boyfriend?
sometimes.
I'm sorry?
Sometimes.
You said no, and now you said sometimes. You get angry at your boyfriend?
Sometimes. But no, I guess.
Do you or don't you?
Well, just sometimes.
You do?
Yeah.
And you get angry when you can't control him? When he won't do what you want him to do?
No.
And what makes you angry at him sometimes?
I can't think of something right now.
You can. And last thing, and then I won't have you talk anymore. How does he deal with you when you get angry at him?
He fixes the problem.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, better. You fix the problem when she get angry?
Oh, I put her in her place.
You put her in her place? Oh, that's what you call fixing? He put you in your place?
Well, I try to lead her in the right direction. She comes from a good family, you know. She was raised, you know, with good morals and all that. That's why I stayed with her. You know, I love her and everything. You know, I forgave my father and my mother for the past.
Right.
And during those years, I just couldn't, you know, I would see how people overreact and, you know, you can tell me this and that. I would just put them to the side. You know, I can't help them.
Right.
And then the more I try to help them, the more I suffer. And what happens, they think that I'm, you know, heartless, that I don't buy her flowers or give her attention.
Oh, she get mad about that?
Sometimes, yeah. She'll lead and call me.
You don't bring me flowers.
And I'll be like, so be it. And I'm the type of guy, you know, bye.
Nice.
You know, see you later. And you know, she's submissive. She respects me.
She's submissive?
Yeah.
Are you submissive? You obey your boyfriend?
I don't want to talk.
I doubt that too. Okay. Because of time, I can't get into it, but no such thing as a good moral family. It does exist. But I'm going to talk about that. All right, but no such thing as a good moral family. A good moral family would never have kids with anger. The parent would be good, so the kids would be good. The parent wouldn't be angry, so the kids won't be angry. But we'll talk about that. So you're not a beta?
No.
Nice. But you think you are?
Bye.
Oh, whatever, baby, be careful. But anyway, okay. Okay, I'll come to you in a minute. Let me do it real fast. Any questions or comment about today or anything? You came a long ways.
Yeah, I was just always curious, like what caused you to run your church services the way you do? Because most churches, if you raise your hand and ask a question, they look at you like you was crazy.
Right.
And I feel like those churches may be packed to the brim outside the door, but people don't learn when they're just told things about themselves. They're left with that holiness. Like, oh, that sounds good. It's fluffiness. But when was the moment you decided, like, the importance of asking questions and allowing people to ask?
Well, when I first started out, I'm always asked questions. That's the only way I have the answers. Even as a kid, I always ask, well, what about this? What about that? And so I started to ask questions of myself. Why am I so emotional? Why am I so angry? Why am this? And the answer would come, right? And so I know that I can't give the people the answer. They have to see it within themselves. And once they see it for themselves, then they're free because they see that it's true. They have a spirit of the Father and they see it's true. And so I don't, and those other churches, the reason they don't ask questions because they don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. They don't want you to know that they're weak and afraid and that they're beta and that the men are subject to their wives and their mothers and things. They're hypocrites. They don't know what they're doing. And so they get their glory by just preaching and making the congregation think that they know what they're talking about. They get their glory and ego from that. So that's why they hide. Amazing, huh?
Yeah, I just think that's one of the coolest things you do is allow people to ask questions. You answer their questions instead of just on your own high horse, you know what I mean?
They have the teacher within them. I want them to discover that teacher and not just because I said it. Because again, once you say, oh, that makes sense, I can see that, it's yours. And you know the truth, and the truth will give you a little bit more and a little bit more. Amazing.
Well, I appreciate you doing that.
You're welcome, man. Thank you. Any questions about what you've heard or anything?
I don't think so. No.
Do you disagree with anything you've heard? You
no,
can tell
actually.
me. We're not going to fight. I like white people.
No. Well, actually, I did have a question.
Okay.
Do you think, like, I don't go to therapy or anything, but I have a lot of friends that do, and they believe they need it. Do you think going to therapy is evil? Because it's, like, about emotions and feelings and talking about, like, yourself.
Yeah, the therapists keep you in hell. They never point you to freedom because they don't know where it is. They keep you to hell. They keep you with medication because they make money from that, too. And then every time you go to see them, they talk about the same thing.
Yeah.
So how you feeling? How your love life? How this? If those people that went to therapy, your friends, for example, if they went and forgave their parents, dropped that anger, they could be free just like that. They would never need another therapist. It's the anger that keeps them in their imagination and emotion, and it brings on the fear and the loneliness and the doubt, the comparison and all that stuff. If they just forgave it, but the therapist is not going to tell you that because if you don't come back, how are they going to make money?
True.
They need to make money. They got to buy a Mercedes-Benz. You know, they got to live in the hills. And so that's why they're not going to tell you the truth. So tell your friends to go and forgive their parents.
Okay.
Was this helpful today?
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you for coming too.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right. Any questions or about anything you heard today? Or disagreement?
Just a quick remark. I remember one of the ladies was talking about when her child misbehaves, she would just say she's going to tell your father, or she's going to tell the father when he comes home.
Right.
Growing up, that's what my mom would do. But when my parents would argue, my mom would have a negative view towards my father and kind of put it out towards me and my little brother. And then what I noticed is that, like, when my mom divorced my dad, my mom started to act like a mom and a dad, and started disciplining me. Even though I was an adult, I was an adult, she still disciplined me. And then I saw that anger and that frustration. It just became clear.
Yeah.
This was before I started watching you, but I saw, like, I have anger and resentment. And I thought it started when she divorced my dad, but in reality, it started when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand that until I started watching your content.
As a matter of fact, it started before you were even born. It started with her mother. She was always that way because she had to forgive her mother. And then she resists her father, so every man she get involved with is just like her father, so she hate weak men. It started way before you, but it just added on because she hate the man she's with. It just grew into that even more so. And if you look like your father, you're going to catch pure hell. The child that look like the father, they catch pure hell because every time she see you, she sees him and she want to attack him. So just forgive her. She couldn't help it. And don't feel any obligation. Don't feel either way. And live your life.
Okay.
All right? And don't let her put guilt on you about it. All right?
Thanks, Jesse.
Amazing. Any questions? This is your first time, right? Mm-hmm. Any questions about anything or disagreements?
No, I already asked a question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was this helpful today?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's nice.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Internally, but not with words.
And not, why not with words?
I think I'm still overcoming maybe the fear I have towards her, the understanding. I think it's kind of a new realization and understanding for me.
Yeah.
And there's still some sort of power over me in that way that I need to address.
But you're not going to overcome the fear until you face her.
Yeah.
You got to face her, shaking in your boots. And God is with you. And you will face her, and then you overcome the fear.
Yeah, which I think I'm finally in a place to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good, man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Any questions or comments or disagreement about anything?
No disagreement. But I do have a question about anger and road rage, because it's just, I'm from Denver, so it is just everywhere. You just see angry drivers, and they're zooming past you, rushing past you to meet you at the same stoplight or stop sign. So I'm just wondering, is there anything I can do, like energetically, like to influence other drivers, like so they kind of slow down and not like, like they'll be on your bumper and some people slam on their brakes and like feed into that type of driving, like that chaoticness. Like,
right.
Should I do anything different? Just, obviously stay the speed limit.
Yeah, don't overreact and do nothing. You just stay in your lane, drive your car, make sure you go at the right speed, whatever it might be, and let them act out. It has nothing to do with you. Okay. You stay calm and let them act out, and you'll be fine. Your purpose is to get to your destination whenever you need to be there, but you can't do anything about the road rage around you. So no, there's nothing you can do.
Okay.
Just don't overreact to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I do.
Was this helpful or anything you disagree or anything today?
No, it was great. Yeah.
Now, your friend didn't like it?
I think she had to step out, yeah.
I bet she did.
She hung in there for probably as long as she could.
She's like, what?
She's like, yeah. Just like, call me after.
Yeah. We just wish her well. She's not ready for it.
Right.
She's just not ready for it, to hear the truth. So just wish her well and blah, blah, blah. And I'm glad you came.
Thank you.
All right. Are you in L.A.?
No, we're from Denver.
Oh, you're from Denver?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
anytime in town, come on by.
Perfect. I will.
All right.
Thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
I think that's last. I saw your hand. Last word, and I'm out.
I had a question about the smiling thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I do find when you said about the grocery store, I do sometimes smile, like, and I don't know if it's because you said what they think or whatever.
You smile because you feel insecure not smiling. You feel like you gotta smile, so you appear nice.
Maybe that's true. But so, I mean, you just have this face.
The moment you walk through that door and you see that other person coming through, you go, you ain't gotta smile, just walk through the door. But you feel a little safer when you smile.
So then don't smile, just be like. I mean, like I walk down, like by the beach and stuff. So you just, I live close by, so I see like the same people. I mean, I don't know them, but I see them.
Right.
So like, don't smile at them.
If you don't want to smile, don't smile. Don't feel like you gotta smile. Don't plan to smile, and don't plan not to smile. Let it happen naturally. That way, it won't be a cover up. But right now, you smiling because you don't want them to think you don't like them, or you want to appear nice, or it making you feel something about it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Pay attention, you'll see.
Now I'm going to be thinking about it. Like, should I smile? Should I not smile? Okay. I'll watch that.
It's just like the biblical question, why do you think about other people? The reason you think about other people is because you hate them. You want revenge. You want them to love you. You want them to be friends with you. You want something from them. And that's why you think of them. You want to give a call so you can have a nice talk so you can feel better, they feel better. It's not because you love them, it's because you want something from them. You want revenge. I'm going to get revenge against that person. Or I'm going to gossip about that person. And just all ego. That's why you think of them. not out of love. Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing.
That's amazing. So watch your smile. I can see you smiling all over the place.
Yeah, I smile.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with smiling, but look at why you're smiling. I was somewhere yesterday, and I wasn't smiling. I wouldn't even think about smiling. And then the person that owned the place was saying, you need to smile. And they were working like overtime to try to make me smile. I'm like, what the? But I didn't know people work hard to try to make you smile either. And so when they work hard to try to make you smile, because they're insecure.
So like they would smile at you so you can smile.
Yes. And then they feel better. This anger thing runs deep. This imagination runs deep. This evil runs deep. And it's deep in us, and we just don't know it. You'll be surprised what it's doing to you. I'm out of time. Do the silent prayer if you want. Forgive your mother and your father. And God will forgive you. You'll wake up, and then this old nature will start to change. Human nature will disappear, and you will have God's nature, which is perfect love. All right? So do the silent prayer, forgive your parents, and watch. Thank you for your support, your donations and offering, and we're going to do the super chats tomorrow, if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. Amazing fellowship today, but work on yourself, work on yourself. You are your world, and you're responsible for your world. No one else is. You are your world. And whatever you let in that world, or whatever you keep in that world, you're going to pay the price for it. It's all in you. All right? Take care. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Amazing.